This is the Kazdoy Closet. I'm Kazdoy. That's my closet full of all the stuff that I love. And today we crack open Imprint's After Dark Neo-Noir Cinema Collection, Volume 2. We've done episodes on all 6 films in Volume 1. You can see that behind me on the shelf. But today we're going to look at the first film in Volume 2. It features an actress who just won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar, and it's directed by a woman who is the first female to win a Best Director Oscar. But is it really neo-noir? Let's check it out. Today's film is Blue Steel from 1990. It's an hour and 40 minutes long in color. This is about a female rookie cop in New York City who shoots an armed robber in a market, but then things get complicated when they can't find the robber's weapon, and a psychopath begins to becoming obsessed with her and stalking her. It was directed by Kathryn Bigelow. This is her third feature film. It falls in between her films Near Dark, her vampire film, which a lot of people really love, and Point Break, which was kind of a surfing film. She's also made wonderful films like Zero Dark 30 and The Hurt Locker. The Hurt Locker won Best Picture that year and won Best Director Oscar for Kathryn Bigelow, the first woman to ever win that award. It stars, as you can see here, Jamie Lee Curtis as the main character. She's probably always forever known as Laurie in the first Halloween film in 1978. This falls in between A Fish Called Wanda and True Lies. There were other films interspersed there, but those are the two big ones this falls in between. And she just won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. If you want to read my thoughts about that film, you can check out my Letterboxd page, which I'll talk about a little bit later. She, of course, is the daughter of famous screen stars Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh. Ron Silver is her co-star. His best film, as far as I know, is probably Reversal of Fortune. That was the film about Klaus von Bülow. Ron Silver played Alan Dershowitz, the lawyer, in that film, the same year this film was made, actually. And he was also in a film I really like a lot, a science fiction film called The Arrival. And this one, he's been in a lot of films. This one, he's chewing up the scenery quite a bit. I also want to mention Clancy Brown in a supporting role. He plays a detective. He's had over 300 acting credits, done a lot of voice work for animation, including for some SpongeBob movies and Rick and Morty. And he was also just in John Wick 4. And there's a great cast of supporting actors: Elizabeth Pena, Louise Fletcher, Richard Jenkins, Tom Sizemore, who just passed away, and you can probably guess that he played the robber at the beginning of the film. And I also want to point out the music is really well done. It's by Brad Fiedel. He did the music for all the Terminator films. Blue Steel has a lot going for it. There's really good performances, especially Jamie Lee Curtis. She's got such a great screen presence and charisma, and she's interesting to look at, interesting to watch. It's a well-photographed, well-edited film. It builds suspense and tension nicely. There's a nice cat and mouse plot going throughout it. And it's nice to see a female cop as the main character. You don't see that quite very often at all. What I didn't like about Blue Steel is the characters are pretty thin, especially the police chief. He's one of those police chiefs who's always yelling in every scene. He doesn't believe Jamie Lee Curtis for a minute as far as this robbery incident went. And he says stuff like, "The mayor's going to be on my ass," and stuff like that. So it's kind of a cliche. Most of all, what I did not care for, there are a few plot points, a few things, major things that happen that are just pretty unbelievable and pretty ridiculous. You kind of roll your eyes and you think, they would never let her do this, or this would never happen like this, or how did this happen? So no spoilers, no one gets too specific, but there are a few things that kind of strain credulity, let's say. Is this really a neo-noir? I don't think so. I think it's more of a crime drama, a psychological thriller, except for the New York City location, the big city location, which is often in noir films. There's not many characteristics of film noir. You don't have the visual look. You don't have the tough dialogue. You don't have that feeling of dread or interesting supporting characters. You don't have the themes of fate, all the themes you see in Fate and Destiny, the themes you see in most noir films. So I don't really think it qualifies as that. But I'm going to give Blue Steel 3.5 female cops out of 5. It's a good diversion. It's well made, entertaining, but nothing that fantastic. So what's on this disc? Well, as I said, this is part of that box set from Imprint. There are a few features that run in between 10 and 20 minutes. There's an interview with the editor. There's an interview with the production designer. There is a visual essay. And then there's a presentation by a female film professor who discusses how guns are used as phallic symbols throughout this film. And I kind of understood or agreed with part of what she's saying. The rest of it, I'm not so sure I'm on board with her thesis or not. So where can you see Blue Steel? Well, the good news is right now, if you subscribe to Amazon Prime, it's streaming. You can also try your local library. You can try renting it. It looks like this is pretty pricey if you want to buy it on its own. I don't even think it's available on Blu-ray, maybe in another region, but the DVD is going for like 25 bucks or something. Otherwise, feel free to leave a comment down below or a suggestion. I would like to thank the following people who took the time to leave comments since our last episode. That is Tina, SB, Michael, Jim, and Hillary. Not that Hillary. Thank you so much. Feel free to leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a thumbs down. Subscribe would be great. Share this with your friends and neighbors. We're very close to our next goal, 475 subscribers. I think we have 9 more to go. I would like to thank our new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. That is Home Videos, Crouching Leprosy, and John. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe. It's free. Also free is follow us on Letterboxd. That's where I post written reviews, brief reviews of other things we're watching that we don't talk about here. And we have some new Letterboxd followers. By the way, there's a link in the show notes for that Letterboxd. And our new Letterboxd followers, I'd like to welcome Scott, Charlie, and Erky. I hope I'm saying that right. So join us there, subscribe, all that stuff. Hope you like this episode. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.